This video is brought to you by Recurrent, an essential EV tool that gives free access to TFL EV viewers in the US. With Recurrent, EV shoppers can check range and battery info on used cars. EV owners can connect to compare their range and battery health to similar vehicles. And EV sellers can use Recurrent to get more money for their sales. With Recurrent, we can find, drive, and sell electric cars positively. Click on the link in the description below to get free access to Recurrent's amazing EV tools.
Hey, Andre, why are we starting the world's toughest towing test at our office?
Aha, there is a big reason, because this is the new 2026 Rivian R1S quad motor electric SUV, and we want to see if we can actually make it to the Ike Gauntlet world's toughest towing test and back.
Yeah, this is a really tough day for this new Rivian because not only is it cold out here, it's like 23 degrees, but we are towing how much?
7,000 pounds.
And we are towing uphill all the way to the Eisenhower tunnel. So this is a real test of whether this three-row SUV can work as a tow rig.
This is a high-tech SUV, and we have a very cool hitch, very strong, way safe, aluminum made, and it has a capacity of over 12,000 pounds. It's height adjustable, and it has a built-in gauge, so we know exactly the tongue load we have right now, which needs to be about 10% of our trailer weight. So it's between about 700 and 800 pounds. It's perfect. Check them out using the link in the description below.
Today we're towing something very unusual. It's the Cadillac Alante. And you'd be wondering, why are we towing an American classic Cadillac? And that's because it weighs the right amount. This vehicle weighs about 4,000 pounds. The trailer's about 7,000 pounds. The Rivian can tow 7,700 pounds, so we're almost at its capacity. Now, last night I put over 100 kilowatt hours of energy into the battery, so right now we're at 99%. And the question is, can we get up and down with 99% of the battery?
And that entire trip will be about 150 miles, which should be an enormous test for this.
Well, I'm hoping, Andre, that when we go downhill, we make up some of that with regen, because we're going to use a lot going uphill.
The Rivian has a height adjustable suspension, which is really useful when pulling a trailer, because there is an automatic mode, or there's also this kind of selection where I can raise it up or lower it. This is really cool for hooking or unhooking trailers, and it's also nice and safe because the SUV is level and the trailer is level, and that thanks for this height adjustment.
Well, Andre, I'm very nervous because we've gone 26 miles, and we're down to 74% of the battery. So, Dear Guard Gary right there is sweating.
Yeah, so he's giving us a tip. Towing uphill at a high speed will have a greater impact on your range. Well, yeah, isn't that obvious?
Yes. So he says we're going to lose or we're going to use 82 miles in the next hour. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, this is not completely clear what this number means, but that's very clear. He's sweating, and that's not great.
Well, I'm a little nervous because we're looking at potentially losing 2/3 of the normal range. So in basic numbers, we're looking at, instead of having 300 miles of range,
plus, which this is supposed to have,
having 100. We're losing percent an hour, right, in terms of battery.
Percent. We're going about a mile per percent.
Yeah, it's 0.91 miles per kilowatt hour. Not even a mile per kilowatt hour.
Yes.
That's pretty bad, dude. And we're not even towing anything that's like all that bulky.
I know, but dude, this is an extreme test. It's cold, and we're going uphill.
But still, I mean, I'm not sure. So we're at the park and ride right in front of the highway.
Yes. And
I'm not sure we're going to make it back to the office, let alone to Denver.
I have faith.
You have faith. I have.
Yes. You know why?
Little faith, Roman.
Because on the way down, it's all about regen. We're going to be gaining if this works correctly.
No, it doesn't work that way. You know, because we've done this before, and you know what happens when we go down?
What?
If you have, let's say, 100 miles of range left, you come down and you'll have 100 miles of range left.
Yes.
So you never gain any more miles.
I know, but you protect what you have.
So those, let's see, how far is it to the Ike from here?
About 40 miles.
So those 40 miles are in essence free.
Yeah.
But you never add 40 more miles.
Yes. And also, you know what could happen? If the battery gets too hot on the way down, receiving all this energy, that regen will be less effective.
Yeah, but then we got a lot of weight behind us, so maybe we will actually gain. Well, we're going to find out. But, I'm not going to be comfortable if we're at the top of the Eisenhower with 10%, because that means...
Are you going to be looking like this?
No, I'll be looking more than that. I'll be looking like, like there'll be a lot more sweat pouring down my face than Gear Guard Gary there.
Okay. Well, let's find out, dude. Let's keep going. I have faith.
Andre, we've got 50% battery, and we have gone a whopping 52 miles.
Yes, so well, we are still climbing, and Gary is still sweating.
Yeah, he's still...
And we have a graph of our energy usage, so we are still climbing.
So right now we're down to 0.83 miles per kilowatt hour.
Yes.
Which is pretty horrendous. So at the current rate of energy consumption, we'll be lucky to go 100 miles on a full battery.
Yes, if your 100 miles were straight up Mount Everest.
Yeah, but we didn't go. The first 20 wasn't straight up. It was just rolling.
No, it was rolling hills, yeah.
And what size battery does this have?
140-ish kilowatt hours.
Wow.
So it's a large battery. I mean, it's not the largest. I mean, the largest, of course, is the GMC Hummer EVs. Those are about 200 plus, 210 kilowatt hours. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm hoping, Roma, here's my hope, is that we can
get to the Ike Gauntlet. That's my hope.
No. We can reach the Ike Gauntlet. We can go down the Ike Gauntlet and then reassess, because we should have a decent amount of energy.
Well, the one thing I'm going to reassess is whether we have a NACS, in other words, a Tesla account, because I don't have this hooked up to my Tesla app. And so hopefully somebody over at Rivian was smart enough to hook this up to the basically plug and charge.
Yes.
Because if it's not hooked up to plug and charge, we have no way of filling this thing up. I've already got a plan though.
Okay.
I've already got a plan.
Emergency plan?
Yeah. Here's the problem. All right. You would think our chase truck, which is a Frontier,
yes,
could hook up the Cadillac to itself and then bring that down, while this, without a tow, would just cruise down the hill easily and gain energy. The problem is our Frontier, thank you Nissan, doesn't have a brake controller.
It does not. You would have to employ a aftermarket brake controller,
which means we can't hook up a 7,000-pound trailer to it, because we'll have to use a runaway truck ram. So I have a cunning plan.
What is it?
Well, there's 3 of us on this shoot.
Yes.
So if worse comes to worse, we will unhook the Cadillac from the Rivian, hook it up to the Frontier, and then pull off the Cadillac and drive that down separately.
So 3 vehicles driving.
Yeah, and I'm kind of a little disappointed in Rivian and in Nissan.
But the Cadillac is holding strong.
Yeah, Rivian, because it can only go, basically a third of its stated distance towing, and Nissan, because, they couldn't be bothered to hook up a brake controller to a Frontier, for fudge's sake. Come on, guys.
No, yes.
It's a truck. It's meant to do 2 things. Haul and tow.
Yes.
And yet you can't tow with it because it doesn't have a brake controller. Ugh.
That's okay, Roman. It'll be fine.
I'm getting it to be grumpy old man.
It will be fine. By the way, so we can also monitor our drive mode. We're in all-purpose. We cannot use conserve.
Does this have a tow haul mode?
No, actually, that's interesting, because
of course it doesn't.
It knows we're towing, Roman. It doesn't need to ask me about it, because as soon as I plugged in the 7-pin trailer plug into the Rivian, it gave me a trailer brake controller symbol. My control is here on the steering wheel, and it's all taken care of.
Can I make a suggestion to the fine folks at Rivian?
What is it?
Like, instead of having Gear Guard Gary, you might have a tow haul mode. Just saying.
How about tow haul Roman?
Tow haul Tony.
Tony? Tow haul Tony.
Or tow haul
Tony, where are you at?
Yeah, tow haul Harry, if you want good alliteration. One of those 2. Now we're about to go to the steepest part of I-7 here before we get to the Ike.
Oh God.
So I'll be curious to see how many more electrons we burn going up this part.
That's okay.
This is here's the problem with towing with an electric vehicle. In a nutshell, Andre.
Yes.
The problem is you're like eagle-eyed on that energy battery, and you're just watching the percentage go down at such a fast rate that it is disconcerting, and it gives you range anxiety.
But there's another issue, is that once you do find a station to charge, which there are stations nearby.
Yeah, how do you tow all your, how do you
pull up to the station with a trailer?
Without blocking a lot of others ones,
exactly.
Which we might have to do. I'm curious to see if we're going to have the cojones to actually try to go back down.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well, that's easy to say when you're at 45% of battery. Wait till we're at 2%.
Are you
battery.
saying I'm gonna sing a different tune?
You might be singing a different tune by the time we get to the Ike.
Okay.
All right. Well, we should be there soon enough. Well, Andre's mounting cameras in preparation of going through the Eisenhower tunnel and doing the Ike Gauntlet, the world's toughest towing test. I've got information I want to share with you guys. As tested, $127,000. And that's because it's a quad motor with over 1,000 horsepower, which should be useful going up the hill. Here's a problem, Andre. It took us 20% of the battery to go from Boulder to Golden.
Yes.
We'll need at least 20% to get back, even after we come down the mountain.
Exactly. So that's our cutoff point, kind of.
Yeah, but we don't know how much energy we have after we go back up the Ike, because we're about to go down right now. So we're entering the tunnel, and we are now at 28%, and we have used, and this is the big one, 95 kilowatt hours to get here. So at the end of this downhill section, once we pop out of the tunnel, I'll be curious to see how much we regen.
Absolutely right. And like you said, we are in the tunnels, Eisenhower Johnson tunnels. So this is the Ike Gauntlet. The elevation here is, according to Rivian, 11,043 feet.
And it's 20 degrees outside, which is not good for battery electric vehicles.
No. But look, we can monitor everything. 89 degrees Fahrenheit is the battery. Our motors are great.
It's going to get a lot hotter.
It's going to get a lot hotter. Our tire pressures are great.
How much, and we've only gone 70 miles, and we're down to 20, what is it?
28%.
What is your guess as to how much power or regen going down? Oh, keep in mind we're used 96. So this 96 number should go up, right? Because we're going to be adding power to the battery.
Yeah, so we used up 96 kilowatt hours. I'll bet you we will, so it's at 8 mile downhill run, right?
Yeah.
So I will say we'll gain at least 8 kilowatt hours, I'm hoping. 1 per mile.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, that would be good, because that would get us back up to 30.
So normally when we do this with a combustion vehicle, right, we're counting brake applications. We won't be doing that here because the electric motors, the beauty of them is that they recoup energy, right? So we don't need to use our brakes.
Yeah, so I won't have to count brake applications, which makes my job a lot easier.
But you will have to remember that we're popping out of the tunnel at 97 kilowatt hours.
I can remember that.
Okay. 1997. What happened in 1997?
97, you're in heaven.
Nice.
Feel like I'm at Portillo's. That's a reference to all you Chicagoans.
All right, so we need to pop out at 50 miles an hour, but we have a slight slowdown here.
Welcome to the world's toughest towing test.
Yes.
Starting now.
Boom, we're out.
This is usually where we begin.
But this video is already an hour long.
I know, this is becoming more of a epic TFL video than anything else. All right, tell me how it handles the load going down the Ike Gauntlet, Andre.
Yes. So hold on. Let me get out of traffic.
Yeah, let's get out of the fast lane.
So we are at 97 still. So we remembered that. So I'm gonna set cruise control system at 60.
Okay.
Because that's the speed limit.
Yep.
And then we'll recoup. So as you said in the beginning of this video, we're pulling 7,000 pounds. And the capacity of this R1S is about 7,700 pounds, the way it's configured. So we're still within limits there. This actually has almost 1,700 pounds of payload capacity, which is really good. So you asked me about ride, right?
Yeah.
Ride, Okay, so right now it's a smooth piece of highway, and right now it's beautiful. But the wheelbase of the R1S is not that long, so it sometimes does a little bit of a pogo, a little bit of a kind of a pogo effect.
With air suspension, should it?
No, it shouldn't. I mean, it should be perfect, and right now it is very good, and we're not swaying. But
we're also not regenerating anything, dude.
We gained 1.
Yeah, so 1 kilowatt hour.
Yes,
so
because we're counting backwards.
Yeah, we're counting backwards. So we went from 97 to 96. Battery temperature is still 90 degrees.
Okay.
But battery percentage is still 26.
Okay, so maybe we're not regenerating as much as I hoped we would regen.
Well, if I had to do a bet right now,
yes,
we're not going to make it back to Boulder. I mean,
okay,
because we're already at 26%, and we're going to burn more than 6% coming back up this.
Yeah, I'll bet you we'll burn like at least 15%.
And then we usually won't get any more going down. It'll just be, whatever we have at the top.
We picked another one up.
95, wow.
Okay.
How's it doing? Controlling the road? You feel controlling the road and the load. Do you feel confident?
Yeah, I feel really good.
Yeah.
There is no sway. It is very windy outside, but there is no sway. And right now the suspension feels comfy and it is level. So right now it's pretty good.
So I think the conclusion we can come to, even at this early stage, Andre, is if you're only towing downhill, electric vehicles are wonderful.
Yes, because they actually create energy while moving down.
So if you live on top of a mountain and you never have to come back down, come back up, then you'll be golden.
Absolutely beautiful.
2 kilowatt hours.
That's not enough.
No, that's not nearly
enough. No, that's not enough, Roman.
They're 27% right now. It just goes to show you how much energy it takes to actually pull a heavy load.
Okay, so actually right here, it's a little bit more clear. 2.67 kilowatt hours
gained. Okay.
We're gaining right now. But it needs to be higher. Come on, Rivian, you could do this.
I'm just wondering where the next supercharger is on the way down. Turning the gain down?
I can't. It's not allowing me.
Why would it allow you to turn the gain up or down?
I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
I can control it here in an emergency.
All right.
But I think we're doing okay.
Can you increase? Think you were going to turn it down? It was too much?
Well, because I don't want the trailer brakes to ruin my regeneration.
Oh.
If the trailer is using its brakes, that will ruin it for me. But it's actually was okay. Right now we gained 3.5 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, well, I don't want the lack of trailer brakes to ruin my day by going into
You're right.
truck ramp.
You're absolutely right.
I care more about my life than I do about
regenerating
power into the Rivian.
Hey, we're 27%, Roman. We're gaining. Come on.
Yeah, we're gaining.
Let's do this.
Well, we've regened how much altogether?
Well, I don't know. There's a big bar right there.
Here.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
Oh, 5.
Yeah,
we got 5
kilowatt hours back, yeah.
Okay. Well, we still have about a mile left, almost there.
And the battery temperature actually stayed at 90 degrees.
So we're doing good.
It only went up 1, so we haven't overheated the battery.
And you could see our elevation decreased. It's getting bumpy here. But you know what? This Rivian is handling the bumps.
Well, the other thing about this, right, is we have 14,000 pounds combined.
Yes, 7 for the vehicle, 7 for the trailer.
That's a lot of weight going down, and you do want to have good ability to control the load with that much weight. And the good thing is that because of the regen, it allows you to actually safely go down a very steep grade, even with 14,000 pounds on a relatively small truck.
You know what it's like? It's like using an exhaust brake on a big diesel. Except it's not using exhaust energy. It's using actually kinetic energy to convert it back into battery to slow us down. So we gained 5 kilowatt hours?
Yes.
I was hoping for more, Roman.
We make it another one before it's all said and done. It's still regenning.
Okay.
Our little guy's still sweating.
Oh, he's really sweaty.
Gear guard Gary.
He's sweaty.
Where's tow haul Tony?
We're back at 29%, Roman.
Yeah.
So basically,
if we use 9% going back up the mountain,
we're
then
screwed.
Then we could potentially make it back to Boulder.
Oh yes, but if we use more than that, then we're screwed.
Yeah, then we're screwed. Juice it up here, or are we going to keep trying to go back? You're going to roll the dice? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
we're going to roll
Danger
the dice.
is my middle name.
Okay, well, tell you what, Danger. If we run out of juice, I'm getting my ass into the Cadillac and driving back.
Okay.
And you can wait for somebody to come and get you. You can call Case and have him come and get you.
Sounds
All right? I'm taking the caddy home.
Okay.
Hey, Danger, I have made an executive decision.
What is that?
Well, if you look over there, you'll see that those are the superchargers.
Hey, it's right there.
And now that I've had a little bit of thought over lunch, I think the chances of us making it to Boulder are like 0. We're at 30%. It's going to take at least 10% of the battery to get to the top.
Okay.
And then if we make it back down to Golden with 20%, there's a realistic chance that we're going to get stranded by the side of the road.
Oh, come on, be adventurous.
No, I'm not dangerous.
That's the spirit of Rivian. They say adventurous forever.
No, it's an adventure going off-road and living the adventure lifestyle. It's not being run over by a semi-truck on the side of the road because you ran out of juice because the thing only tows 100 miles on a full charge. Plus, I want to see if the NAX actually works.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we're right there and it's empty. Look, I got like 1,500 superchargers. They're all empty.
Okay.
Let's see if we can at least squirt a little bit of juice in there so I'm not so nervous. Luckily, there's a lot of space here. That's better. Okay, that's better, Andre.
Okay, I just opened the port.
All right, I'm plugging it in. It's plugged in.
Okay, it says starting, come over.
It's thinking.
So we are at 30%. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of juice and we're not fully warmed up, right, for the battery. It says unplug and try again.
Yeah, wonderful.
I think Roman was afraid of this.
I'll try again. Yeah, plug and charge, working like a charm. Do we have an adapter for a CCS?
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's open the front. Hold on, let me open it for you.
Unplug and try again.
All right, let's look at the adapter, Roman.
Let's see what's in here. Aha! We have a CCS adapter. So now we got to go to the, we have to go to the Electrify America.
Yeah, so
You want to try another one?
my last name is Danger. I mean, my middle name is Danger.
You want to try a different one, or you think it's?
We could.
You can just. Well, if this.
Should I pull over to the other station?
Yeah, try another one. Here,
But let's have this out
right,
so
let's see how
we
it
know. So we know we're okay.
Andre and I decided to try a different charger, but unbeknownst to us, this particular supercharger was set up to be private. In other words, only charge Teslas. Now, there is another one down the road, but Andre and I, or should I say Danger and I, were ready to hit the road, so we decided to give it a whirl and not charge at the supercharger. Nope, unplug and try
Unplug.
again. Yeah.
So it's not working. We should get going.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to...
Let's go up the Ike.
You want to go up the Ike?
Yeah.
All right, then we'll charge it.
Because if we're driving around here looking for stations, we're gonna burn so much energy that
Let's just go
we'll
up the
never
Ike. So
go.
at worst comes to worst, when we get to Golden, we could always just go to that shopping center with the Electrify
Yes.
America, if the adapter works.
Yes. Roman, did you know that this Rivian has 1,025 horsepower?
I knew that, Andre, and we're about to use every single one of them.
Ready? Go.
There we go. Whoa, I think you almost spun those tires.
60. How long did it take? 4 seconds?
Yeah, less than 4.
So when we did this with pickup trucks, it would take between 12 and 17 seconds to reach 60.
So we are on the uphill of the world's toughest towing test. We still have only 29% of the battery left, and the only way we have to now charge this vehicle is find a CCS charger and use the dongle, which
Yes.
we have.
Which is here.
Yeah, that's not sketchy, Andre. Using dongles and putting 200 kilowatts of power.
Are you saying they're not tested or something?
No, I'm saying I don't like using dongles for 200 kilowatts of electricity. I think that's in itself a whole other issue, but let's set that aside because we've got bigger fish to fry. First and foremost,
take note of our kilowatt hours.
Yeah, 92.
It was about 93 before we took off.
Yeah.
On the way uphill. So we gained 6 kilowatt hours on the way down. So that's for the record. And then we started around 93, and we'll see how many or how much energy we use.
What's your guess? Let's just go by percentage of battery.
So you want to do, in my head, you want me to calculate
Yes, go ahead.
8 miles times 2. That's about 16 kilowatt hours.
You've got a math degree.
And a computer science degree.
There you go.
So 16 kilowatt hours. By the way, I set my cruise control at 60, which is great. So 140 kilowatt hours total battery. So 16 into 140, that's about 11%, let's say.
All right, that seems like a fair number.
So we would be way below 20.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That would be, yeah, that's basically where it ends up.
Yeah, which means when if we get to Golden and we're way below 20, we're not.
We have to charge.
We have to
somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. There is a charger at a shopping center that's only maybe like 4 or 5 miles from Golden. So we're gonna do it your way, Mr. Danger, whether we like it or not.
I'm happy.
Okay, I'm glad you're happy. Like I say, I'm pulling that Cadillac off the trailer and going home, and you can give Rivian a call and tell him what the heck happened to our plug and charge. By the way, plug and charge just means that you don't have to use a card.
Swipe a card or anything.
And unfortunately, Tesla chargers don't have card
readers at all, right?
So if you don't have plug and charge, you're in our situation, which is SOL.
Other chargers do have.
Yeah.
For example, near my house, there's a new charger, a fast DC charger that's Mercedes branded, Roman. So Mercedes, of course, has their own also network that they're building out, and that has a very simple card reader. I mean, it's like almost like a fuel station.
Yeah.
Boom, swipe it and go.
All right, shall we do the sound test, Andre? Because it's very quiet in here.
Very quiet.
Here, I'll be quiet, and you guys can watch. 58.5, Andre. That's got to be one of the best in terms of quiet, lowest numbers we've ever recorded.
So Casey and I recently did a 4 pickup truck comparison with luxurious pickup trucks, including the Sierra, Denali, and some others. And the best result we saw was about 60 decibels. So this is remarkably quiet.
Yeah.
Remarkably quiet. And also pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, it's very smooth, very comfortable.
And also we're fogging up the windows again.
Yeah, that's not good.
I
have no...
I don't like this control system, Roman. The digital buttons, there's couple of different layers here.
Yeah, it's...
and they're digital.
It's not grand, Andre. It's too complicated. There's no real buttons except for the, Tesla-style rotary dials on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Unless you know it, it takes quite a bit of brain power to learn it. I was, for instance, this morning when I was driving it in, if you're wondering how we charged it, I charged it at my house because I did have a Cybertruck, so I have a NACS charger, a Tesla charger, and I was driving it back and I got behind this super stinky diesel tow truck, and I was like, gosh, I need to recirculate my air, and there's no recirculate button on
Not
this.
easily. You have to click on the temperature and then
You got to click on temperature, and then you got to know that there's a little tiny recirculate button right there. And by the time I figured all that out, I was breathing diesel fumes pretty severely. So I'm not in love with this.
But isn't that on by default? Well, that's automatic recirc.
It was set to auto, and it wasn't autoing the diesel fumes out for some reason.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm with you. I also don't like, this is a big thing my friend Sam is always complaining about, but I don't like the fact that these vents aren't controllable. You have to go in like a Tesla and,
do it digitally.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of this reinventing the steering wheel basically compromises of making things that used to take one step, multiple steps now. Like doing the vents.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
You move the vent around right there, right?
Yeah, but you have to go in and you have to select that screen. Whereas opposed, I could have just gone bloop, bloop, bloop and had it done. All right, I think we blew past your 11% estimate already. We're down to 18%. This is why I wanted to charge. And
yeah.
This is why I wanted to charge.
So we're getting close.
Yeah.
And I think this will be a perfect time because we have so much power from the motors. And by the way, I'm not in like Oh, yeah, my power is restricted slightly. I don't know if you could tell, but there's a little bit of grayed out area. So I don't have 1,000 horsepower anymore.
Yeah.
I have about maybe 800. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough. It's not the power that's the thing that's worrying me. It's the percentage. Now we're down to 17%.
Oh, it says battery low, charge up when you can.
Yeah, we tried that.
We could,
tried.
but we couldn't.
We couldn't, yeah. Oh my. Yeah, obviously this is going to have a perfect run up the mountain.
8 minutes would be a perfect run, and we're gonna tell you exactly how much energy we used up, because we started around 93, and now it's 111. Wow, so we're using quite a lot of kilowatt hours actually.
Now it's 112. 113 puts us at 20 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, and I predicted 16, right?
Yeah.
So once again, I'm a little bit off.
Yeah, it is. It is shocking how much power you use towing. And there are two things about towing electric that are not good. And one is just how much power you use, and number two is what that means for range. There's 113, so you've gone 20 kilowatts now. And we're down.
Go back. Are you ready with the timer?
I am ready with the timer.
And we're crossing the line
now.
Right now.
801.
801, perfect run.
Perfect run.
So
14% battery.
And about 20-ish kilowatt hours we used.
Yeah. All right.
So we're 14%, Roman.
Here we are, 14%. Obviously going down and coming up, it was flawless. So how many miles have we gone?
Well, total distance 89 miles.
miles.
But now, Roman, I'm gonna sprinkle some dust on my percentage.
And you're gonna regen going down the mountain.
And I'm gonna regen all the way down to Denver.
Yeah, so the next thing that we're gonna be looking at is, we have found that if we're at 15% here,
13.
Oh, Jesus.
13.
13, Mr. Danger. If we're at 13% here, then we should be at 13% when we get to Golden.
Yes.
Which means we're definitely not going to make it to Boulder, because that used 20%. And that's a kind of a rolling. It's a little bit more downhill from Golden to Boulder, but
Yes.
still, we're not going to make it. So Mr. Danger, you're going to be stuck on the side of the road while I'll be enjoying my classic Cadillac
Experience.
Yeah, top up, I fear, because it's so cold.
Yeah.
Back to Boulder, and then you can give Rivian a call and ask him why this won't charge off a supercharger.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, cool. We'll keep you posted. Hopefully, we'll make it to Golden. All right, guys. We've ran into a bit of a situation. So we were going downhill from
The Ike.
and we got to Idaho Springs, and instead of not using any energy, well, it's confusing because the trucks. Go
we
ahead.
used about 2% according to the truck.
Yeah, so the truck says that we've gone from 13 to 11%, but that means that going downhill, we're actually not regenning anything. We're just using energy.
Exactly. So that made us really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it could mean that we may not even make it to Golden.
So we decided to stop here. There's a semi-fast charger. This is up to 125 kilowatt power.
Okay. Card type not supported, Andre. It's a Visa.
What card does it want?
I don't know. It just won't take the Visa. Let me try again. Card type not supported. I'll try Discover. Authorizing. Yay! It might work actually. Hey, it's charging!
No way.
Oh, it says, oh no, it's not. Waiting for EV. Charging! Holy shoot!
No way.
Yeah, we are charging.
God bless it.
Oh my God, it says 10%. We're at 50, 60, 70,
Wow.
72.7
So
kilowatts.
look in, and the truck is still saying, the car is still saying 11%. So that's kind of where we were, like we were explaining. We're at about 11, and it's picking up some energy. Roman, this is really good news.
Yeah,
Because I didn't want to unhook and then unhook.
I know.
And then hook up.
This is a good sign, Andre. You rock, my man.
Okay, but also we're in the way of some semi-trucks here.
Yeah, well, this is the problem with towing and charging. So I think we're going to try to get enough in there, right, to hopefully get it back to Boulder.
Yes.
It still says only 11% though. We're at 74 kilowatts, which is pretty freaking slow for a truck that has a 140 kilowatt hour battery.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to charge this completely, we'd be drinking coffee for 2 hours.
Or at least an hour. I mean, not completely, but at least an hour, just to get a substantial amount of energy.
Yeah. As always, this is Roman
and Andre.
And Andre were starting to argue.
Stressed out
again because we were not able to get to where we were trying to go, and we were worried that we were going to get stranded by the side of the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully the locals won't get very angry with us.
Well, tell you what, I'll go buy some coffee. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thank you to Starbucks.